Burkina Faso, a landlocked West African nation once praised for its relative stability, has descended into chaos. In recent years, the country has become a central battleground in the Sahel's jihadist insurgency. The latest and biggest blow came in August 2024, when over 200 Burkinabe soldiers and civilian fighters were killed in a single, devastating ambush. The attack took place on August 8, 2024, in the eastern region of the country. A convoy of military personnel and volunteers for the defense of the homeland, known locally as the VDP, was traveling from Diapega to Fata Ngorma. This route has become increasingly perilous, with militant groups controlling vast areas of territory and frequently targeting security forces. The convoy was ambushed by Jama'a Nasr al-Islam wal Muslimin, JNIM, a coalition of al-Qaeda-affiliated groups operating across Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Armed with automatic explosives, the insurgents launched a coordinated and deadly assault. The scale of the loss shocked both military leaders and citizens across the nation. According to security sources, between 150 and 200 soldiers and VDP fighters were killed in the attack, making it one of the bloodiest confrontations Burkina Faso has experienced in its modern history. The ambush was not only well planned but also strategically executed to inflict maximum casualties. What makes this attack even more alarming is that it represents a significant escalation in the militants' capabilities. Reports indicate the use of improvised explosive devices, IEDs, followed by direct assault tactics, similar to strategies seen in Iraq and Afghanistan. It reflects a growing tactical sophistication among jihadist fighters in the region. What makes this attack even more alarming is that it represents a significant escalation in the militants' capabilities. Reports indicate the use of improvised explosive devices, IEDs, followed by direct assault tactics, similar to strategies seen in Iraq and Afghanistan. It reflects a growing tactical sophistication among jihadist fighters in the region. This tragedy occurred within a broader context of escalating violence. Just 2 weeks later, on August 24, another massacre rocked the nation. In Barsalago, central Burkina Faso, more than 600 civilians were killed. These individuals, mostly young men, were reportedly building defensive trenches when militants struck. The Barsalago massacre has since been labeled the deadliest single-day loss of civilian life in Burkina Faso's history. The militants, again identified as members of JNIM, executed the civilians in cold blood. The government's response was muted, a reflection of both fear and the limits of its power. Since 2022, Burkina Faso has been governed by a military junta that seized power with promises to restore order. Yet, under military rule, insecurity has worsened dramatically. Analysts estimate that over 60% of the country's territory is now effectively under militant control. Entire regions have become no-go zones for government forces, NGOs, and even civilians. Markets have shut down, schools are abandoned, and over 2 million people have been displaced from their homes. In many areas, jihadist groups have established their own shadow governance structures. Offering security and justice in the absence of the state, the military, though equipped with regional and international support, remains under-resourced and overstretched. Many of its soldiers operate with limited equipment, poor intelligence, and low morale. The loss of over 200 troops in a single attack has further strained its capacity to respond. Civilian militias like the VDP were created to support the military effort, but their involvement has complicated the conflict. While they offer some protection to communities, they often lack proper training and oversight, and their presence has sometimes exacerbated ethnic and political tensions. Meanwhile, Burkina Faso's humanitarian crisis deepens. Food insecurity is growing, medical access is collapsing, and thousands of children remain out of school. International aid organizations face constant threats and restrictions, making relief work nearly impossible in conflict zones. The situation has also drawn concern from neighboring countries. Instability in Burkina Faso threatens to spill over borders into Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Ivory Coast, nations previously untouched by large-scale jihadist violence. Regional security coordination efforts are ongoing but remain inconsistent and underfunded. Despite the grim outlook, local communities continue to show resilience. In many areas, citizens form watch groups, rebuild infrastructure, and provide education informally. Their determination to resist terror and preserve normalcy is remarkable, but without sustained support, it may not be enough. As the world watches, Burkina Faso faces a stark choice: continue a perilous and fragmented military campaign or forge new strategies rooted in regional cooperation, political reform, and grassroots peacebuilding. For the people living under constant threat, time is running out.